Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Adventures in Dudeness. Little update for you to start out. Seems to be I have my audio issue all figured out, so that's good. I hope everyone enjoyed last week's episode a little better. The quality was much better than it has been. So again, I apologize for that. But yeah, how was everyone's Thanksgiving? I hope it was good. Hope you got to maybe spend some time with some family that you don't normally get to see. Maybe came from out of town, something like that. Um, but yeah, things are good. I took a little time off during the holiday week and managed to get some stuff uploaded to my video content platforms, I guess. So YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey is what I've been using, and I also have a Twitch account, but I'm not really haven't dove too deep into that yet. But nevertheless, uh, we are going to kind of change some things up here. I wanted to get back to the roots of kind of where I started with all this. My intention for this podcast when I originally created it, but and it was a platform. My co-host and cousin of mine on a former podcast that we had started out this way, and I felt that it was maybe good to implement some of this stuff again. So I will now introduce to you the December Manly Mashup. I call this the Manly Mashup. Today's episode is going to be a few different topics and sort of various segments, I guess we'll say, instead of one topic like I usually do. Discuss that for 30 to 45 minutes or so. I'm going to break it up a little because I think maybe it would be nice for a little change and kind of adapt the show over to something a little different, right? As we all know, as we go through things, we change and evolve. So this is the direction I'm headed. So I'll start with a little preview of the topics for the month of December. So we are going to discuss, what you can do to give back during the holidays. We're also going to discuss procrastination. That seems to be a bit of a downfall of mine, one of my faults. So I thought maybe that it would be a good time to discuss that because we're going to be getting into the new year. And of course, as we know, we get into the new year and we get the hashtag New Year, New Me. So if we're going to do that, we need to nip procrastination in the bud. And we're also going to I'm gonna search the interwebs and help my fellow brethren out, and I'm gonna not only find some gift ideas for your spouse, I suppose, but I'm gonna find some gift ideas for all the females in your family, anybody that you would be buying for, little kids aside, because they're pretty easy. Little girls are pretty easy, but, teenagers like I have and end up, you never really know what to get them, so it can be kind of difficult. So I'm going to help you guys out this year, and we're going to have an episode right before Christmas with a compilation of female family member gift ideas. And then lastly, we're going to, I'm going to do kind of a repeat, not a repeat on this show, but a repeat from my old show. So yeah, I'm going to borrow some stuff. But yeah, we're going to maybe take a look at some, realistic goal setting just before the new year. So that way you are ready to go on January 1st to tackle any challenges that you may have felt that you've had throughout the year. And, also take some time to, um, I don't want to say dwell, but kind of review your year, which is always good. It's kind of a journaling exercise, but we'll discuss that then. So moving into today, let's see, where should we start? So, this, well, it'd be a week ago, not this past Sunday, not yesterday, but the week before. Sundays is my wife's day to go. She works all day Sunday, so it's kind of on me to help out a little bit around the house. And one of my big, I guess, tasks to do for the day is to make dinner. So Sunday dinner to me has always been, well, even when I was a kid, it was always a kind of a more home style meal, right? More filling, a little fancier, a little nicer. Really put some work into it. So this past week, which you can go over to the YouTube channel and see a video actually of the Around the Grill for this week, is the Alfredo stuffed shells. This segment I've deemed Around the Grill. So it's going to be cooking, right? I'm gonna share some recipes and do some cooking stuff once a month, at the very least. And you can see video representation of that over on the Adventures in Dudeness YouTube channel or Rumble channel or Odyssey channel, whatever you choose to use. But yeah, went through and stuffed. I've never made stuffed shells before. I figured I would take a whack at it. It just kind of, I suppose, came to me in a vision that I really wanted stuffed shells, and I'm more of a Alfredo guy. Well, first of all, I'm a pasta man. Not probably a drop of Italian in me, but me and pasta go together like peas and carrots, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, I decided that for the first time ever, I'm going to make stuffed shells. Even my wife, in her years on this planet, and our almost 19 years together, has never made stuffed shells either. So it was kind of a learning experience, but I had the basic premise down. So those were stuffed with ricotta, spinach, broccoli, mushrooms, and chicken, and then used a little Alfredo and no measurements. Not really a measurement guy. Kind of wing it. Maybe that's the good thing about Italian food is you just kind of cook it to taste, I think. But yeah, it was really good. It was a hit with the family. Everybody really enjoyed it, and then accompanied that meal with, if you're into salad, I am not. You can make a nice side salad, or and we also did some Italian bread. Nothing fancy. The $2 loaf from Walmart, which really is not my choice, but it's okay. So yeah, overall, everyone really enjoyed that meal, and I think I'll cook it again at some point. There was a few things I think I may have mentioned in the video. Can't think off the top of my head, but next time, I had a bit of an issue with noodles sticking together once I let them cool. So number one, I'll rinse the noodles next time, and number two, probably throw a little olive oil on them so they're easier to kind of open up and put filling in. So yeah, it was good stuff. Moving on. Well, we're going to. I also did today, as I am speaking to you. I am still enjoying the one from the video. But we did a beer of the month. Beer of the month for December is Trogs. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I apologize. It's a brewery out of Pennsylvania, down in Hershey, and they make a seasonal release called the Mad Elf, which is a little high in alcohol content, about 11%. But yeah, not. This is kind of a one or two kind of thing. Um, Definitely not an all nighter. And I think the 6 pack when I bought it, which bought it last year, was oh god, I think probably $15 for a 6 pack or $18 for a 6 pack. Yeah, it was pretty expensive. Um, but yeah, all in all, pretty good beer. It's got some cherries and cloves and cinnamon and honey and a little bit of chocolate. And, it's an ale. But yeah, overall, pretty decent stuff. Should be relatively easy to find near you if you would like to try that. Uh, from there, we will go to. Oh, I have a life hack for you. I suppose we'll do. I don't know if I'll do a life hack every month, but I thought this was appropriate because I'm getting a lot done, especially when it comes to the show and other things. Um, so with my job, I get the uh, privilege, I should say, that in the month of December, or month of November, rather, this is the week of Thanksgiving. Um, we obviously this episode is pre-recorded. Uh, with that, I think that goes without saying. But yeah, this week I decided to take some time off. I luckily get Veterans Day as a paid holiday, and my birthday is a paid holiday, and I can sort of take those within the month. And then we have Thursday, Friday off for Thanksgiving and the day after. And I'm going to work a couple hours on Wednesday, and then the office is closing early. So I have to use only like 3 hours of vacation time, and I get a whole week off. So that's really awesome. But there are some advantages I have found to taking some time off um, and not going anywhere. I've really just been kind of spending time. Yesterday was a lot of appointments that I needed to get done and out of the way. And then today has just been kind of sitting around working on the show and videos and all the stuff that I've been really meaning to do and needed the time to kind of sit down and set up. Um, and the great thing is wife's at work, kids are otherwise indisposed, doing whatever teenage girls do, which is TikTok dances in their rooms. But yeah, they're off doing what they want to do, and I get to kind of take a day where I'm not really taking time away from anybody per se, and work on some of my stuff for the show that I've been meaning to get done. So it's really a win-win. But another thing I did was I went through and kind of made a little bit of a mental list of some things that I want to get accomplished around the house. Little stuff, nothing huge. Really trying to take some time to kind of chill out and relax. And luckily, we've had some really shitty fucking weather, so uh, nothing's getting done outside. But inside, taking up carpet and trying to maybe get some things set up and put away, and just get the house ready for Thanksgiving. Give the dog a bath. Little stupid stuff that I can usually work into uh, normal days, but I work 6 days a week, so um, and I try to manage everything the best I can, but sometimes things get overlooked, so I'm really trying to beat the procrastination and get quite a few things done this week while I'm off. But besides that, we made some plans also because there's a holiday. The kids are off from school, so we got some stuff planned to go do with them. A little shopping for Black Friday, maybe getting together with family, having some food and some drinks, and visiting and people you don't normally get to see or maybe don't spend time with. Maybe they work on the road away from home, things like that. So it's definitely I would definitely say it's worthwhile to take a staycation. And I'm not saying necessarily as a family. Um, but kind of just for yourself to maybe get some stuff done that so you're not distracted or pulled in different directions. We as men do, we have our chores and our jobs. Excuse my phone ringing. I'm such a amateur, aren't I? We have our chores and our jobs to do around the house. And especially right now, trying to get stuff put away for winter. Get the grills put away, stuff picked up, lawn furniture, get snow blowers ready, get prepped for winter. So there's a lot of stuff that I can get done this week without really being distracted, which is really nice. But from there, we can move into. I have a whole list here, so you guys are really in for a treat. I hope I'm not running through these quickly, but I also don't want to drone on and sound like an asshole. So let's see. We have dude DIY here, and our dude DIY today is I'm sorry. Excuse me for 1 second. I total brain fart. I'm so kind of distracted. I apologize. I'm gonna reel it back in. Anyway, I have do DIY for us, and we're gonna go over some safety rules for outdoor Christmas decoration that I think are definitely important. Number one, we're going to want to use safe ladders that meet our weight rating and also electrical rating. Most of the time, any type of injuries, setting up Christmas decorations or anything like that, come from falls off of ladders. Need to be very safe. That's number one. So you don't want to get hurt at home, right? Especially, most of us are, not all. I'm not being sexist by any means, but most of us are the breadwinners. So we need to be sure that we're careful, take care of ourselves at the same time, trying to do some of the things that we need to do to make our home look nice for the holidays and make the family happy and all that stuff. So definitely be aware of your ladders. Make sure they're in good shape. Give them a quick inspection, and make sure they're rated for your weight. They're the proper height, and you're using the proper ladder for the proper job. Another thing we want to be careful of is power wires. Stay away from your power wires, obviously. And your incoming service to your house. That's high voltage. You want to stay away from. Well, depends on. I should say it depends on what you consider high voltage to a normal homeowner. That's high voltage to people who work on power lines and stuff. It's medium voltage or low voltage. But nevertheless, I don't know why I mentioned that. That was unnecessary. Just stay away from the power lines. And be aware of any type of maybe wiring that you have outside or anything like that. Also, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we are using outdoor extension cords. We're using circuit breakers or GFI interrupters, ground fault interrupters, so that way we're not shorting anything out and burning our houses down. You're also going to want to make sure that any inflatables that you put up, that you properly stake those in the ground, that they are secured. As winter comes through, our winds pick up, it gets colder. Therefore, things can turn into projectiles. So we want to make sure that we are definitely securing our inflatables that we use. Obviously, if you don't feel comfortable climbing up a ladder or, hanging stuff off your roof or anything like that, please do not. It's just a great way to avoid any injuries or unnecessary falls or problems. Let's see. Excuse me. What else here? Obviously inspect your decorations, inspect the wiring and stuff. Make sure that there's nothing chafed or bare wires sticking out. Uh, all fuses are good, and that again you're using outdoor decorations. It is. I know it's cold in many places, and as we all know, snow is just frozen rain. So when it lands on things of heat, it turns back into water, and we can have issues. So that's where we'll leave basically our DIY tips for our outdoor Christmas decorations. Obviously, again, just to recap, be safe. Don't do anything riskier than you really need to do or feel comfortable doing. We don't need to get hurt. Inspect wiring to avoid fires, and make sure you're, you know, um, staking things down so that way they don't take off in the wind. As we know, in the wintertime, the wind picks up, and we don't want to destroy our neighbor's property with flying decorations. Um, so yeah, overall, just some tips. I'm sure if you search around or at least have common sense, you can kind of figure the rest of this stuff out. So moving on from there, basically, there's kind of that's where I'm going to leave it for today. I hope you enjoyed this manly mashup and are looking forward to next month's episodes that I kind of gave a preview of before. And I hope everybody's getting ready for Christmas. It is the holiday season, which is always exciting for many people. And everyone had a great Thanksgiving and got to maybe do some things out of the ordinary that we wouldn't normally do, or people that we normally wouldn't see. I know we enjoyed ourselves quite a bit. I made a tremendous smoked turkey on the smoker for everybody. Yeah, go ahead, find me over on the socials, X and Instagram. Please give a rating, star rating, thumbs up, follow, comment on the show on Spotify or wherever else you're listening. And head over to YouTube, Odyssey, and Rumble to check out the video content that I'm starting to do. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and take care of yourselves and each other.